What is going on, you guys? It's Extreme here, and welcome back to another episode of Raiders Strike, a series I do inside of Destiny where I do the raids and I do strikes. In today's episode, I am once again doing the Nightfall Strike. This time I'm doing it with my brother, who's a level 27 Warlock. Oh boy. Excuse me. So, I'm probably going to have to pull him through this. Actually, I did have to pull him through this. But I hope you guys will enjoy the gameplay. Now, I wanted to go ahead and announce that I am going to attempt to record a speed run with my Titan either later today or tomorrow, and I will upload it sometime after, like probably the day after I film it. I'll upload it. So I'm going to try to do it today, but I'm not really feeling too well today, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. But who knows? And I don't know if I'm going to do a commentary to that speedrun video, you guys. Like I said, I'm not feeling all that great. My throat is just really bothering me. It was far more noticeable in my last video. If you guys checked it out, Road to Max Prestige, it should be in your timeline, hopefully, if you're subscribed. God damn, dude, it's really like bothering me. So, anyways, I got a long video to go, and I've got to hopefully, get through it. But I wanted to talk to you guys about loot in this game. Now, there's been a debate for a while now about the loot system in this game is kind of weak. And what I mean by that is the whole RNG-based reward system is kind of frustrating for a lot of people. I'm one of those people. And at the end of this video, you're going to see something that happened that actually kind of pissed me off. But I was still happy for my brother, but less than I would have been had Zer not been selling some stuff a while back. So you'll see at the end of the video, and plus I'm gonna make mention of it when it happens. So yeah, anyways, but the loot system in this game, while it has its merits and it has its value, it can be very frustrating because as of right now there is no way to legitimately acquire certain gear, certain guns, certain perks, well, not perks, but certain armor or certain weapons without basically grinding rock strikes or the Nightfall or raids. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing all of these activities, but they can get very tedious and boring. As weird as it sounds, I'm a fan of Borderlands, by the way, and I would love to see that loot system implemented into Destiny. If you don't know how the loot system works inside of Borderlands, here's a quick tutorial. There are certain weapons that are unique or legendary that you can only acquire from certain bosses or from completing certain missions. Okay. Like I said, I'm not feeling all that great, so bear with me, you guys. So, if you want to acquire these weapons, you can randomly maybe find them in the world in a chest, or they can be randomly, and I do mean randomly, dropped from certain enemies. Now, some weapons have a set location, a set spawn, they're almost guaranteed to drop, but there are a lot of weapons that aren't. But at least what you can do if you want a certain weapon is go and farm that boss for that weapon until it drops, and then hey, you got it, you're done. But unlike in Destiny, the way the weapons work in Borderlands is each one is different. There's a prefix, and then you have the base weapon type, i.e. the Infinity. There are about like 5 or 6 different versions, essentially, that one has a faster fire rate, one has more damage, one has more stability, so on and so forth. And to get the perfect version, you might have to farm for a very long time. Or you can be cheap like me and use a save editor program. Just saying, I mean, I've done it. But that's, the way to get those kind of unique legendary gear. Now, if something like that was implemented in Destiny, where, let's say, to get an exotic, like, I don't know, the Monte Carlo. And I'm using the Monte Carlo because there are several people in my clan that need to acquire the Monte Carlo. if they had a set way to get it besides chance of Xur selling it or chance of it dropping in a raid or a nightfall, wouldn't that be a little more fun? I mean, we know inside of the raids where you're going to get certain weapons. At certain checkpoints, you're going to get potentially get the Oversoul Edict, or you're going to get at certain checkpoints, or a certain checkpoint, the Abyss Defiant, and then you have a chance of either getting one of 2 different primary weapons from Crota, and this is on hard mode, by the way. But what if that was a more solid option for doing exotics too? I mean, it's kind of frustrating that there is no set way to get exotics. It literally is all random. I like the randomness, and I like the chance of randomness, but when you're getting the same exotics over and over and over and motherfucking over again, it gets frustrating. Or worse, you do a nightfall and you get a material you no longer need. As you guys will see at the end of this video, lately I've been getting a lot of legendary weapons or materials such as Ascended Energy or Ascended Shards. I don't need shards. I don't need energy. Why the fuck does this game keep giving it to me? You know, do I enjoy getting energy because I do like using the base weapons in the game? Yeah, I do. But at the same time, like, I don't want energy. I'd rather get a reward, you know? I mean, you do the Nightfall, you don't want some BS reward. You want a reward. Now, I understand Bungie did something to tweak the reward system a while back, but it's not in the benefit of people that have been playing this game for a while. It's actually in the benefit of those who haven't been playing for a while. And that's kind of frustrating because it feels like it's almost like, in a way, Bungie is trying to kick its hardcore players to the side for a little while and let newer players play the game. Now, the problem with this is that these people that have been doing the raids and nightfalls and whatever for a while, they're the ones who are going to help the lesser experienced, lesser knowledge individuals get through these things without the same headaches and frustrations and just agonizing. Oh my god, man. Excuse me. These are the people they're going to help these less experienced people through, and they're not getting rewarded. Right, and it's something that frustrates me, especially when you put effort into these things and you get shafted over and over and over and over and over again. I'm not saying we need to get an exotic every single time we do certain things. No, I would just like to stop seeing fucking material pop up. That's one thing I personally am tired of seeing. Strange coins, okay. Don't really need strange coins. I don't need material. I don't need exotics. I want exotics. I've got 3 on my list that I really would like to acquire. And it would just be nice if I had a set way to get them. Besides chance of Xur, which apparently Xur is once again selling the icebreaker. That's another thing. What the hell, Bungie? You say, oh, it's RNG. Xur's sell list and the Nightfalls, they're all RNG. They're all RNG. They're all RNG. Really? So how the fuck is it that this Nightfall, the very Nightfall I'm doing right now, wasn't predicted, but was leaked 2 weeks ago, along with what Xur is going to be selling this fucking Friday? Come on, man. Don't blow smoke up my asshole. Fucking, you set this shit in motion, and then when you get caught, you with pants down, your response to that is, well, that's literally what they did. I kid you not. At least that's what it seems like to me, because their response when it was outed what the Nightfalls were going to be and what stuff is in the game is that, oh, don't believe what you hear, yet we can believe what we hear, what we read, because it's all been proven almost 100% of the time true. So Why is this? And this is what I go back to with the whole loot system being not a solid system. If they are in fact setting up nightfalls in advance, and even if people say, well, it's still technically RNG, no, it's not. If it can be data mined, that's not RNG, because that means it's not generated on the day. If it was randomly generated on the day, which it should be, by the way, and I'm talking about the nightfalls, by the way, and other things, if it's pretty much predetermined, like the weighting system of what kind of exotics might drop and so on and so forth, if this shit is predetermined, that's really frustrating. And I wish I could understand the whole coding system and how games are made and stuff like that, specifically how this game is set up. I know a huge portion of this game, if not the entire game, is run off of servers. So if stuff gets out, why the fuck doesn't Bungie just change it? Like, you know, okay, you know, click, click, done. No longer the nightfall you think it's going to be. Haha. I mean, it takes that long to hit click, click, done, switch. Here's the new nightfall. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, what the fuck? Anyways, getting back to the loot system, because I went off on a completely different tangent there. I would love to see the loot system get a major overhaul, because right now, getting Ingrams is cool. I like that chance, you know, that makes sense. But when you do the nightfall, the rewards gotta feel special, and getting material is not special. Now, if I needed the material, I would care more. I don't need the material. And someone who says, well, what if you need it later? Trust me, I don't need the material. Like, I'm almost positive I don't need it anytime soon, or even in the near future, or the distant future will I need Ascendant material. Now, if they go back to using Ascendant material for raid armor, then I will need it, because I'm gonna need a lot of it. But from my understanding, the upgradable material necessary for the next raid set is going to kind of follow the trend of Radiant material. I think you're not going to need Ascendant material for that. To be honest with you, when they included Radiant material, yeah, it was a little frustrating, because you can only get it once a week, really. And there really is no other way to get Radiant material besides the raids. So is it frustrating that you're not going to be able to fully upgrade that new legendary you got from the raid because you don't have enough energy, or you don't have enough shards or whatever you need to get the energy you need for that upgrade? Yeah, that's a little fucking frustrating. I just wish the loot system was more properly implemented. It just feels like it's lacking a lot. Yeah, that is the patience of time, by the way, and I'm not using the max stability on it. I don't see the point when I can have more impact. Just saying. As you can see, it's hitting like a fucking dump truck. You're gonna see just how hard it hits here in a minute, as this motherfucker is about to go away. Say bye. Bye. You should be dead by now. Yes, there you go. But I really do hope that the loot system gets improved. I like how the loot system was for Crota's End. Yes, it was very easy to get to level 32. Hell, it was easy to get to level 31 when the Dark Below DLC came out. And there's a lot of people that were upset about that. Personally, I didn't really care. I understand there was a lot of people that struggled so hard to get to level 30 with Vault of Glass, but then Crota's End comes out and not that hard to get to level 30. This was done for a reason, obviously, whereas Vault of Glass was intended to be far more challenging to get to that max level. I know that there has been suggestions of it being harder to get to level 34 when the House of Wolves DLC comes out. You'll still be able to get to 33 with very little to no effort. Just saying. They're gonna make that an option. and anyone who thinks otherwise is smoking crack. But is that a bad thing? Is that honestly going to be a bad thing? For me personally, not really. You know, I mean, it's good and bad. This is a very random ass commentary, by the way. It started out being about loot, and then it turned into me bitching about shit, and now it's me talking about... I have no idea anymore. We're getting real close to the end of this strike. I told you guys I wasn't feeling too good, and unfortunately I think it's starting to show. My brain is literally all over the place today, you guys. I do apologize for the rather random commentary, but this is also one of those longer videos, and I really didn't have a topic planned out 100%, so I do apologize. But as we are nearing the end of this strike, we are nearing the final encounter. I gotta be honest with you guys. Excuse me. I had a lot of fun with this Nightfall, and I'm looking forward to doing a speed run. I will be doing that. I'm gonna be doing it with my Titan. I'll actually show you guys the gear at the start of the video when I do that speed run. Hopefully it'll go up tomorrow. I would like to for sure do it today and get it up to you guys tomorrow, but I don't want to make a promise I can't keep. But like I said, this fucking Nightfall was a cakewalk, especially if you have the right gear. That's the number one thing I want to point out. You have to have the right gear for it to really shine. And again, I am using the Fang of Your Ute, the Patience in Time sniper rifle, and I'm using the Song of Your Ute as well. Now, just look at what this thing is doing here. I mean, you saw his health. I mean, just look at this. He's fucking going away. He's already dying. Now, I know a lot of people, when they do this Nightfall, they like to go back over behind the building and hide in that corner. For me, this was a much better option. I don't know why this works so well, but it did. And I did this solo too, so I don't know. Like, it just worked. Look at his health. He's almost dead. Now, remember earlier when I made the comment about how the whole loot system, as we're getting close to this big ball of death going away, I want to bring that up one more time. And the reason I want to bring it up, well, you'll see in just a moment. I want to see the loot system improved. And, oh good God. By the way, I was kind enough to let my brother kill this fucker off, and when I say kind enough, I mean I wanted him to do it because I wanted him to help rank up his Warlock. So there it is, big ball of death is gone. Yay, time for some rewards. Let's see what I'm gonna get. Now, trust me when I say this is bullshit. Yeah. I'll see you guys soon. I'm out of here. Fuck that. This is his idea. His big thing is that he really wants to have new people in the clan that play. Because it gets boring playing with the same people over and over and over and over. Seriously, it really does get that. Okay, it doesn't get that boring, but it's starting to feel that way. And having new people, and even though, yeah, we've done everything in the game. We've done the raids, we've done the Nightfalls, we've done the weeklies, we've done bounties, we've done all that crap. When we're helping somebody do it for the first time, or, you know, I'm being honest, for me, hearing